All right, guys, welcome. Another episode of Mass Debate. How are we all feeling?
Another damn episode.
Feeling tasty.
And once again, we have our good friend Andrew Bateman with us. Welcome, Andy. It's good to have you back again.
Oh, this has been a treat, a real treat.
Well, there you go.
He loves it
He
here.
does. He loves it. He enjoys being
I
here.
be here a lot.
You have been showing up a lot lately.
know.
We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
that's great.
I think it's because we give free food.
The congressman.
Yes,
well, I
indeed.
mean, I like the Labor Day aspect of it. You know, I like putting in the work.
Oh,
Okay,
I
all
like
right.
that. I
And he
like that.
enjoys a good argument.
Rolling up your sleeves.
I don't know why he's coming here then.
You know,
Yeah.
May Day, I should say, not Labor Day. But I think that the rest of the world calls it Labor Day.
The rest of the world calls it
Yeah,
Labor Day?
I think
Yeah.
so.
And I
Yeah.
appreciate all you listeners out there listening. You might be a little hungover from having too much fun last night, but
Yeah,
we
just had
appreciate
Cinco
you,
de Mayo.
Yeah,
I know,
getting in here.
Just
Went
go
out and had
for
me a few cervezas.
Cerveza.
Yeah,
Mhm.
got to party it up. Get some tacos in there.
Guacamole,
Guacamole. all
Shot
the
of
good
tequila.
stuff. Yeah.
lime, little lime.
Any excuse to go and have good Mexican food, tequila. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to do it on Cinco de Mayo. You can do it any day.
Anytime.
That's
anything.
true.
I did it
Yesterday.
yesterday. Well,
Taco Tuesday.
I mean, you did do it.
Did-
yesterday.
Yeah,
So-
It's every odd Friday.
I
for
did
Kirk.
it the day before yesterday and yesterday.
And yes, people, we actually do not record these episodes the day
The
of.
day of.
So we're just kind of
Listen,
predicting
wizard,
how it's gonna
don't
be.
shatter the illusion for these
Yeah,
Yeah, I
people.
know, man. Jesus, you just
Right.
You peeked the fucking curtain up,
I
Jay,
know.
and now they
This
know
guy
what's.
just
My
kicked the
bad.
fourth
Jesus
wall right in the
Christ.
mouth.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, we've got really smart audience, guys. That's
Yeah.
why they figured this out already.
They
Right.
come.
Figured they sniffed it out.
They
huh?
Yeah.
they're smarty pantses.
They're no spring chickens.
Not,
No.
not pulling the wool over their eyes at all.
These
Not-
are all good spring references. Wool,
Yeah.
flowers, wake up and smell the,
Yeah,
fourth wall.
well, spring cleaning.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
indeed.
good. That's another good one. Yes. Way to clean up this garbage conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, guys, it's time to go hard.
Dang.
So as I'm sure you recall, Andrew, from the last time we had you on, you get to pick who you want to go against in the mass debate, Iron Chef style. So who's it going to be? You're going to go for Kraig, who always likes to use subversion and anger to destroy your arguments. Do you want to go with Kirk, who uses useless platitudes to throw you off the trail and boggle your mind? Or do you want to go against me, the steady, even, gives it to you rationally, and picks your argument apart type?
Ooh. Well,
Da-da-da.
I gotta say, I'm feeling a little frisky for me.
Oh,
And I want to complete the trifecta, and so I am not afraid of a little fire, a little flame coming at me. And so I'm gonna go with Kraig, Kraig the Doritos Locos Shallon.
Fabulous Kraig.
All right.
you're in trouble.
So he's
Okay.
going with Kraig. All right. So before we started recording, we rolled a dice, and Kraig, you won the dice roll, so you get to choose between either time or topic. But first, tonight's category is food do's and don'ts.
Food do's and don'ts. Okay. All righty. I'm gonna choose time this time.
All right, so you're choosing time, and are you going to go first or last?
Let's do last.
All right, choosing time, going last. So Bateman, your choice for the hint is between fork or fold.
Fork or fold?
Oh, I know what it is.
Or fold. Oh, you know what it is.
He
Yeah.
always knows what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
Fork.
All right, going fork. And so you're going first or last?
I'm going last.
Going
with
last.
Fold.
Andrew Bateman, so you have 90 seconds, and you are arguing that the only way to eat pizza is with a fork. And your time starts now.
One of the great culinary treasures of our human existence is the pizza. This is undeniable. It is the most scrumptious, the most illustrious invention that came from long ago and has been passed down and traded across the seas and into the different cultures and lands of our very fabric of our beings. it's so quintessentially unique to each region and each iteration that it's impossible to say that there is one definitive way that it must be made or created or cooked or what sources and ingredients. But what I will say is there is a way in which you should eat your pizza because it is so different. Deep dish, Detroit style, Quad Cities. You need to have it like you're in New Haven or the Bronx or California Pizza Kitchen. You need to have utensils. You need to be able to cut into that pizza, whether it's the crispy wood-fired oven or the DiGiorno's that wasn't delivered to your house. You need a fork to sit there, cut it up, and eat it so that you can enjoy every bite of it for the culinary masterpiece that it is.
Oh, look at that. And wrapping up just in time. Kraig, you're arguing, naturally, that you got to eat it with your fucking hands, and your time starts now.
So here's the thing, folks. I don't really understand why this man needs utensils to eat a fucking pizza when you got two built in. Those are called your hands. Use your damn hands, folks. It really doesn't take much. There are two people that I know who don't use a damn fork. There's two groups of people that I know for sure that do not use a fork when eating their pizza. And those are, one, the Italian folk. They don't use a fork. The inventors of pizza do not use a fork and a knife. I'm sure you use a knife too, because that's the kind of guy he is with his little, ooh, cut it up real nice and tiny. No, you don't use a fork, and the Italians know that. The people that invented it. And you know who else knows that? The people who perfected the pizza. That's American. You're not an American if you're using a fork to eat your pizza. That is ridiculous. I'll give an exception to people using a fork, and that's if you're 97 and you weigh 87 pounds and you're a girl. All right? Then you can use a fork. But other than that, if you're a warm-blooded American man, as you claim to be, I think, then you need to use a fork? Come on. No, fold it in half and go, get in there.
That's time. You're going over.
He's going over quite a bit.
Yes.
Do I get to have an extra
Hey, I
7 or 8 seconds?
I'm allowed to finish my point, okay? I'm allowed to finish my point.
Well, get to
You'll
it.
just have to deal with any chastisement I might get him. All right, so opening arguments. Very interesting points being made on both sides. Very interesting. I don't know how cordially they were said, but interesting points nonetheless. Okay. All right, now we're going to move on to our balls to the walls question and answers period. Andrew, you went first for the opening arguments. Kraig, that means you are up for questions and answers. You have 3 minutes. Go.
Let me ask you something, Andrew. Do you pee sitting down?
Sometimes.
You do, and you say that proudly.
I'm saying it more matter-of-factly.
Do you, are you proud? You're not proud of that? You're not proud of that fact?
I don't think it's a point of pride.
You don't think so?
No.
That you pee sitting down? I guess that makes a lot of sense that he would use a fork, because he does pee sitting down. Do you pee sitting down? Do you pee sitting down often, or is this like the normal way you do it?
No, and I'd say, I would say that it happens. It's occasionally. It's certainly daily. I'd say it's probably daily. It's like if it's at night or it's dark out,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you eat French fries with a fork?
Do I eat French fries with a fork? I never thought to, but, I am often frustrated with the grease and salt on my hands after I eat them with my hands. So maybe I'll consider it next time.
You're frustrated. You get frustrated when your hands touch food. Is that right?
No. There's a residue that I'd like to remove from my fingers.
So what residue does the bottom, the dough of a pizza?
A lot of char, flour, cornmeal, whatever they were using.
Do you eat bread with a fork?
Do I eat bread with a fork?
Yeah. Do you eat bread with a fork?
I've spread butter on bread with a knife.
But do you use a fork and a knife to cut up the bread and let me cut up my toast?
If I have French toast, yes.
If you we're not talking about French. We're not talking about French toast, buddy. I'm talking about regular bread. Do you eat sandwiches with a fork?
I'll cut my sandwich with a knife and fork
into little bits.
No, I'll cut it. I usually like to cut it in a diagonal.
In half, but principally you eat the whole thing by hand, correct?
Yeah, there's 2 pieces of bread, one on the top and one on the bottom.
So why can't you get that same effect from folding the pizza?
Well, I didn't say you couldn't get that same effect. I said you shouldn't.
And so when you are talking about getting the chard and flour on your hands
or burning it,
it's
you could. I mean, do I even need to talk about?
What was the word you used for that?
Flames.
No, not flames. You said you didn't like the way it, got on your hands. What was the word you used?
I think I said with French fries it was salt and grease. I mean, there's a little grease and oil and kernels and residue with pizza.
But you said something you were irritated by it or something.
Yeah, of course.
So, are you irritated when you eat a sandwich and get the flour from the bread on your hands like a little bitch?
You can answer that if you like.
No, I'm not bothered by that with regards to a sandwich. I mean, maybe if a drip of mayonnaise or something got on my finger or mustard, I would be perturbed by that.
So it's kind of messier in a way, huh?
All right, so that was your questions and answers period, so we're going to stop you there.
Thank you.
All right. Andrew, 3 minutes, and they start now.
Would you remind me again about the types of people you said? The types of people that definitively eat pizza with their hands? This types.
Italians and Americans.
Okay. All right, that's very broad. Quite a large grouping of people there.
You're right.
Yeah, I'd say
there's
subsets.
Really not many people that eat pizza with a fork.
I don't know if we can quantify this.
Oh, I can.
Right here and right now. But I'll give you my own take on this. I think there are two types of people, and those would be heathens and street trash.
Whoa! Hey, this is not your time
that's
to.
That's not a question.
Yeah, that's not a question.
Well, I'm sorry. I was rhetorically answering my own question, but I apologize for that. For that broad generalization. What I'll say is that if you just want to live your punk rock lifestyle and risk burning your roof of your mouth and injury to your hand, go ahead. Fold your pizza. Just take it right out of the oven. Why don't you splash that hot grease all over your face? I don't care.
Feels good.
It's a free country. You can do what you want. But if you want to enjoy...
Is there a question in here?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. I'm on a soapbox.
You're just filibustering.
I am.
Yeah.
I am on a soapbox. Sorry. Please elaborate more, if you please, on the pleasures that you might get that would reason you to forego cutlery when eating a pizza.
Well, here's a great example. You're at a ballpark or an amusement park.
Okay.
You're sitting down or walking around. You got no way to use your fork. You got to fold that bad boy in half. That's, bring you back to your childhood. That's how we ate pizza as children and as adults. Nobody eats with a fork. I'm not like Lady Andrew Bateman over here. I got to eat it with a fork. Let me cut up my little pizza with a fork. I don't want to burn the roof of my mouth. No, that's not how Americans eat their food, eat their pizza, man. If you're walking around, how are you going to do, how are you going to deal with that?
Do you remind me what country has this, biggest percentage of obesity?
I'm not sure.
I think it's Americans.
I can't tell you that.
I think it's America.
I don't think people care about your
they're
answer because I'm the one that's supposed to be answering.
Down your throat. Listen,
aren't you an American?
I am. And it's a point of great pride. Great pride.
The quit eat with a fork.
And just for the record, it's Iraq that has the highest propensity for obesity.
Oh, see? Take that. The moderator.
Oh.
Or the jury.
Fact checker. And speaking of the jury, it's time to go to our hung jury. Kirk.
Hello.
Any insights for our debaters?
Yeah, let me tell you, riveting stuff back and forth. I've, the one thing I will say is there was a point where you guys started debating breads, and I thought I was having a stroke and that I had maybe lost the fucking script of what was being debated between, just regular white bread and toast and French toast and toast soldiers. I wasn't sure what was happening.
Italian bread.
But I will say I got to do the BPM spurt of brilliance is going to go to Kraig for subverting expectations and completely debating something else. The first half of his Q&A session was asking about how Bateman urinated. I still can't piece together how he made that bridge connect, but somehow pure magic was made. So That's where I stand, and I'll give it back to you, Jed.
All right, so thank you very much for your input, hung jury. Now we are going to move on to our closing arguments. Andrew, you went first in the opening statement, second in question and answer. So now we're back to you going first for your closing statement. You have 60 seconds, and they begin now.
Look,
Whoa, it's mine. I'm going first.
Who is?
You went second.
Oh, you're right. Okay, my bad.
Don't fuck with the moderator, man. I got the order of shit figured
And
out.
if he tells
You just
me-
sit there until it's your
Yeah.
turn to fucking flappy
All
the gums.
right, all right, moderator. Jeez.
Andrew Bateman, after the rude interruption, you've got 60 seconds, and your time starts now.
This is going to sound very similar to my opening statement, and I'm sorry for that, because I do need to bring this back to the simple truth that the debate about pizza is never ending. There's a million different ways to spin it. This is just one subset of that debate. However, it is certainly most prudent to eat your pizza with a fork, to cut it up carefully, to size it up, to chew it up, and to enjoy it and to savor it. Now, I will grant you, there are times, many times, when that is maybe not possible or probable for you to do that. And our commentator brought up some examples of that. If you can't, there's no shame in that. It just means you're running the risk of harm, of mess, of a less desirable experience with, as I mentioned before, one of the world's great culinary masterpieces. I rest my case.
And that is your time, sir. All right, Kraig, your time starts now.
All right, so I find it interesting that, he has to carefully cut up his pizza. I'm sure he counts how many times he chews each pizza as well, and make sure that they're all the right size. But here's the thing, if you eat a pizza the way you want to eat a pizza, you don't need to use a damn fork and knife. This is not the 18th century where I gotta impress the Duke of Earl about whether or not I fucking can bebop or hoop-de-hoo or whatever. I don't need that. All you need to do is just fold that bad boy in half and take a big old munchy monster bite. You don't need to frou-frou around it and, make sure you cut it perfectly and all that stuff. It's pizza, guys. Just eat it. And especially when you're in a place where you can't sit down. You can walk around and eat it. If you fold it in half, you can sit down, enjoy a ball game. Get on a
That's
roller
enough.
coaster.
6
That is your
words.
time.
Try Chicago-style deep dish pizza.
That's not really pizza.
Ooh, goodness. Listen to this, man.
That's
All
bold.
right, guys. Well, I think that was a very heated debate. You guys are definitely entrenched in your positions. We have civility on one hand. We have just gnawing on it like you're a beast on the other, which fits the character. But, not prejudging anybody.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Didn't sound like you had any bias whatsoever.
Shit. No, not it like a heathen.
But what do you folks out there think? Because after all, you are the final arbiters of who's the winners and who's the losers. So let us know in the comments section. Let your opinions know. And hey, was there anything that they missed? Was there an angle you think they should have went for? And as always, we'll see you guys next time.
Later. Don't forget to like and share.